You know, it was announced a short while ago that A-List Alverson has signed the most lucrative contract in Elite Marks history. And I just watched the King of the Ring. Hey, Iron Bison, winning the whole thing. Going the distance, taking it to everybody. What an impressive display of dominance there, huh? That must make you the top guy. That must make you the number one man around here. Except A-List Alverson has reasonable cause to disagree with that statement. And furthermore, I do. So Iron Bison, we have a conflict. We have a venue. Do we have a match? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Calm down there, Buffalo Bill. Let's have a breather. Let's take a step back, turn the clock in the other direction for a second. All right. Now, see, I'm the kind of guy that's been accused every time and again of only thinking about himself. And quite honestly, if I'm going to go through the hassle of accusations, I prefer to be guilty. But making a run on the throne, Iron Biceps, that's not what this is about. Okay, let's start over. My name is A-List Alverson. Now you can pretend that you don't know that name, but I've got this overwhelming feeling inside. You're a passionate man. You're dedicated to your craft. You're good at what you do. I've got a feeling you heard that name before. And when you heard that name, you didn't like it. Because A-List Alverson was voted the top star in the game. That's my opinion, but it's also everybody else's. And jealousy overcame you. You ventured out into new horizons. You had to find out where in this crazy universe a man named A-List Alverson could be so renowned and you hadn't heard it before. So here we are. I watched you come in. I'll let you get your shine because I like a good payday as much as anybody. But truth be told, Iron Bison, you want to say I'm impeding on your kingdom, I'm going to drop something on you right now. Ain't nobody coming to this fight to see if I can beat you. Does that hurt? Does that hurt? Look, we can do this your way. You want to have an iambic pentameter death match? You want to have a Shakespearean showdown? I'm good to go. I'll play with your ball because we know that you can't play with mine. My name is A-Lister. That's the name I was born with, you see, because my parents knew that they could make a man better than all the other couples out there. And my upbringing, some people like to use the word spoiled. I was prioritized. I was made to be the top man from the word go. And it's time for someone like you to be put in your place, your inferior being. I'm going to grab you by that Yosemite Sam. I'm going to wrap it around my fist 50 or 60 times, pop my lapel and parade you around in front of your army of medieval marks and let them know the A-Lister is the real heir to the throne, as it were. Now that we've got that established and out of the way, you make the terms. You call it. I'll show up to lay you down. 'Cause I'm the A-Lister, baby. Yeah. Oh, that smells so nice. Let's go. Elite Marks, prepare for the first appearance of active competition of A-List Alverson. You know, Elite Marks, they went and they got one of the finest names from overseas to come in here, compete under their banner, and win their King of the Ring. And then under just as much trial and tribulation, they reached out and were able to bring in the #1 star in the game that we play, A-List Alverson, and get him to come in here. And then for Summer Bash, they said for the first time ever, these two behemoths will square off face to face. Never been seen before. An epic clash exclusively available in Elite Marks Fantasy Wrestling. And I got all riled up about this. A new challenge with new blood. An exciting contest. Something so big nobody's been able to do it before. And I saw the poll where the fans got to choose what they want to see. I looked straight to the top of the list. And I didn't see my name. And I looked at the next tier down. And I didn't see my name. And I concluded that this band of maroons and elite marks would much rather see Ding Dong Bell and Haji Podgy Puddin' Pie than they would A-List Alverson and Iron Bison. And I was brought back to 40-some years ago when Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant wrestled in a stadium full of people who were there to see a Larry Zbyszko match. Well, I ain't got any dues to pay in this business, you understand? And A-List Alverson is not prepared to supplicate himself for a bunch of yahoos that want to see CLA and Shelby, because there's history there, that want to see Haji Podgy and Ding Dong Bel Air, because there's history. Instead of making history, you want to watch history. And if you ever want to see A-List Alverson grace your screen again, you might want to start thinking about ponying up the respect that I've worked so hard to deserve. And for the four of you that might be upset that you don't get to see this colossal showdown, you can blame the 15 others that don't know what the hell they have on their screen. Now, Iron Bison, dare I say, you'd be a challenge to beat. But that ain't a challenge that these people paid to see. So at this time, I am reclaiming my value. I am calling myself a ride, going back to a town that's going to pay good money to appreciate what I bring to the table. And I advise you do the same. I feel bad. I feel bad for the creator. I really do. I'll tell you why. I have a legitimate poor feeling about the creator because he has surrounded himself by a group of elite morons who are only consumed about themselves. And I have watched as the years have gone by, and this man has brought in tippy-top guys to try and get his Smack Talk division off the ground, to try to get interest and engagement from the group of the elitist of marks. And every time he does it, puts together something monumental. These crazy good matchups that promoters would dream of being able to put on. He gets them, and his people don't want to see him. I feel bad. I really feel bad about it. He brought in A-List Alverson saying, please, please, breathe some life into this. I've got great plans. I've got great ideas. He put together a match that's only been done once. Y'all didn't want to see it. No interest whatsoever. Fell on deaf ears. No feedback. So what is the creator to do? He has got this staunch and stubborn group of losers that only want to talk about themselves. And when he brings somebody like A-List Alverson in with a guaranteed contract that he's got to pay, he's got to go out and do the work himself. He's got to go to my high school, teenage, Friday night date money job to try to stir up some kind of reaction from y'all. And the creator is left with no creativity. Can you believe it? Elite Marks, this is your fault. This is what you have earned. And it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I sit here with no direction to go, with no love to give, because y'all don't deserve it. I sit here as a top guy in every company I have ever been a part of. And you get to watch me take on guys like Austin Wilde, The Purge, Curator Davis. Meanwhile, A-List Alverson's across town making headlines, going on top of posters, getting all that engagement. Y'all don't even know. You don't even know the gold that you have in the mine. And I feel bad. Curator, you think you're going to get one over on me? Bring it. I'll lay down for you. Because after this is all done, where are you going to go next? You know that going over A-List Alverson here tonight is only going to cost you more when you have no direction left to go. I'm sorry, boys. The show's over. Maybe someday y'all grow up and learn to enjoy the finer things in life. I feel bad. Come here, Max. You want some nice rotisserie chicken? There you go. What a good dog. All right, you little scamper pants. Don't you go pooping on the floor now. And if you do have to, make sure it's on the tile, not the carpet. I ain't paying no overtime to clean up your mess. Now that there is my little pooch, just milling on around here at the Alverson homestead. And upcoming pretty soon, I've got a Pure Heart Championship match against Rig. And I've heard whispers that Rig thinks that this is just going to be a nice little stroll in the park, in and out procedure where he becomes the new champion. Rig, I got some news for you. It ain't going to be no walk in the park because you couldn't even have an easy stroll against my dog right there. Max Alverson eats better than Rig. Max Alverson has a bigger bed than Rig. Max Alverson brushes his teeth more often than Rig. I'm just getting warmed up. I could keep going. Max Alverson uses the same shampoo as Rig. And it's for that reason, not exclusively, but by the cause, that Max Alverson picks up more bitches than Rig. Oh, rigmarole. I'm looking forward to our encounter. And yes, it's true. It's been verified on both sides. This is the last championship match on my current contract. Now, don't you smart mark bastards go trying to make any inferences about, A-List Alverson must be dropping the title if he's on his way out. That ain't how this works. I'm going to be here as long as they're willing to pay the money I'm worth. And until then, I'll see y'all on the 13th. Max Alverson. Oh my! We all saw this one coming, right? You called it, Rig. Because this is all a big guessing game on who can find out what the next guy's going to do. Let's catch the kids up. A short time ago, we had a match for the biggest prize. Is this on? In the history of Heart and Soul Promotions. And I won it convincingly, but unsurprisingly. The Champion of Champions trophy is property of A-List Alverson. Not just now, but forever! 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 And so, Rig, practically before the credits are done rolling, you and your loser brother from another mother, but probably the same father, because neither of y'all know who the hell he is, go out broadcasting live into TV land complaining about A-List Alverson winning that trophy for the better part of 72 minutes. Wow! You talk about A-List Alverson more than I do, and it's how I make a living! But a common narrative I've seen from people of you and your ilk is that A-List Alverson isn't a true promo artist. He's a comedy act that relies on laughs and cheap gimmicks because he doesn't have the skill to do what you do. That's what you say, right? I make a mockery of the game that you take seriously. Rig, comedy takes skill, talent, timing, effort, execution. Pushing a button on your phone, fumbling, bumbling, and flapping your yapper, that's a lot easier. If you can just leave an audience of 4 captive as you stare blankly into dead air saying, I'm waiting for somebody to come in, and you think that's art, you are a mockery to what I consider art. Every time A-List Alverson comes out here and gives you something to remember, it's gonna live, here comes the word again, forever! 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 I've had the best year in the year that we have had, and there's nothing, nobody that can change that. The accomplishments that I have are mine and will continue to be mine, no matter what anybody else's ideas might be, because there's some folks out there that think if they can get a decision, a victory over A-List Alverson, then everything that I've ever achieved by transitive property just moves right along to them. But everything I've done stays out there for the world to enjoy time and again, Rig. I don't go back and change my mind 3 days later, hoping nobody noticed. So if you want to insist on dying on the hill of how serious you take all this, show some damn respect to your craft. Because a fella like you could get a lot more success model himself after me than I could trying to impress scrubs like you. Forever! 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 Forever!
All right, everybody, let's get into position, please. Lights on. A-List Alverson is arriving. I repeat, A-List Alverson is arriving.
How you guys doing? How are you? How you doing? Hey, thanks for bringing me in. How are you? How you doing? A-List Alverson. No handshakes necessary. You ain't got to touch me. All right. If you book him, he will come, right? All right, so how's this work? I don't even have to win the heat. I just got to come in the top 8. Well, hell, I thought this was going to be hard. Let's sit down. Yeah, set me up real nice. I don't want that damn tap coffee, though, right? Somebody's actually brewing it, right? How's that look? I'll put that there, facing you. That's that Soul Fire qualifier, right? All right. I don't give a damn if they don't want to show it on camera. I carry it around. It's mine. It comes with the deal. Baby, when you are talking about soul fire, you want to talk about the personification and definition of fire in the soul. You go right to the man that was born with the name A-Lister. I was told that HSP is the place where the top guys in the world come to assert dominance because they got the best looking belts. And if you want to have the best looking belts, you need to bring in the best looking champion. Ain't that true? Look, man, A-List Alverson ain't going out of his way to prove anything to anybody. The reason that you see A-List Alverson on screen in front of you today is because somebody put a bunch of money in my pocket and said, go out there and make me some more, kid. That's how this works. I'll take the glasses off if you turn some of the damn lights off. How about that? A fatal four-way. That's a lot of guys pointing in a lot of directions. You know what I mean? The Mad Dog, let's start on that one, right? Mad Dog, what's he all about? I mean, he don't amount to much more than a thumbnail as far as I'm concerned. He sure as heck fire didn't go out of his way to try to get my attention, and that's his problem, not mine. Watching Mr. Mad Dog come out here and do his thing just hits me with the comfort of a diarrhea dry heave. Just absolutely uncomfortable. Mad Dog, he's the one I respect more than anybody else because he came out here and he's going to be going against the top guys. I heard that he's in this match because he sold tickets to the show. Is that true? This whole tournament is about honor and prestige. Everybody's going to come out here giving it 110%. Everybody's going to come out here firing up from their soul. And A-List Alverson is going to walk out here, win the damn thing because of being better than everybody else is something that just comes natural to me. Hollywood Haywood. Hollywood Haywood is a great competitor, man. You just picture A-List Alverson, older, uglier, and bald. The difference between me and Hollywood Haywood is that he's got to go around everywhere making sure his name is known. I get my name called from every direction. So this isn't the first time that you've seen Hollywood Haywood and A-List Alverson if you are a big-time hardcore wrestling geek. That's one of those big, dark internet secrets. If you go into the far corners there, only the biggest of wrestling geeks knows about the one that's happened before. But I'll tell you this, it's going to be the cheapest time that you see the two of us square off face to face if the agent's got anything to say about it. Going in there with Josh Steele, ain't this guy the #1 contender for the Pure Heart Championship? Why is he wasting his time doing this? He's the most overworked, underpaid man in the business, and I'm sure Quacky just loves that his pride is bigger than his brain because he comes out here giving...
All right.
He's A-List Alverson, he's handsome, my oh my.
Well, thank you.
He's A-List Alverson, he's rich like pudding pie. A-List Alverson, gonna let that money fly.
What?
Because A-List Alverson is just that good of a guy. Revolutionaries, you ready? We said that we were going to tell some stories tonight, didn't we? Well, A-List Alverson has got a story to tell to y'all. Once upon a time, in the great frozen north of white trash maritime Canada, there was legally a man who went by the name of Gene Emerson. And Gene Emerson was the biggest pain in the ass in the history of a community of promo fans. And Gene Emerson wouldn't shut up if you begged him to. And Gene Emerson would be the one to sit there and puppy dog all the cool kids everywhere they may go. And everybody hated Gene Emerson. And when I mean everybody, absolutely everybody hated Gene Emerson. And everybody wished that Gene Emerson would just go away. And one day, he did. The end.
You're right. But then I came back.
I was hoping we could skip this part.
A-List Alverson, you want to talk like I'm running alone. You want to talk like I'm going to be all by myself. I said I would get my pound of flesh, and oh, that's going to happen. And yes, you're correct. I did go away, but I'm back. Back better than ever. You know something? It's funny. A-List Alverson, you've always been a guy to look ahead, but you fail to look behind you sometimes. Sometimes you need to look behind you, like right now.
Well, A-List, I know what you're thinking. Why is Percival, as you said, here? Well, look, I still hate you till the death. But look, do you really think that we came just with a simple plan?
Oh, this is how we're gonna do it now? You got Pergeroony? Gonna make this a 2-on-1, huh? Come on.
Hey, A-List Alverson. Nice to see ya. And you gotta know this. It's not gonna be a 2-on-1. Oh no, because I am here now.
Well, thank goodness somebody with some sense in the world coming to the right man's side.
Hold him down.
What the hell? Hey!
So how you getting on, buddy?
And now with that being over and done with, now you American pieces of shit are finally going to learn something. The E is in the house. The Elite Empire is here. The Purge, NDT, and myself, the Canadian crippler, Gene Emerson. And we're finally not going to demand, we're not going to bitch, we're not going to moan, we're going to take what is rightfully owed to us, what we deserve. And that begins tonight. Now, how do you like them apples? Because the house always wins. How it is. Elite Empire! Out. Boom.
Boys and girls, it is no secret what's going on here It's the grandest finale of the HSP year, and the reigning and maintaining record-setting Pure Heart champion A-List Alverson is defending his prize against the head of Roughneck Nation. And 8 months ago, the shoe was on the other foot. The coffee mug called it right. And since then, I have been the man. I'll tell you what else ain't no secret, Roughneck. You are half the man that you were the last time we faced off. And I am twice the Pure Heart champion that anybody else has been since the inception of this company. I gotta relent though. You popped A-Lister. You popped me up in that warm-up match when you took on my good friend and colleague Double D, and you said you had to go against Joe DeRita. If there's one worse stooge than Joe DeRita, it's Joe Besser. And guess which one you resemble, big guy?
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's part of the act, American. I gotta give the people what they want. I'm A-List Alverson. They expect me to come out here and make jokes making fun of your bald cue ball head. They expect me to come out here and talk about your ruffly beard there, fluff neck. But the bottom line and the end game is that I have set the standard of greatness here in HSP. Now, you're a very fortunate man. You've climbed to the top of the mountain, held the grand prize, and that is immortal. Nobody can ever change that. But do you really want to go through the journey of being the top guy again? Because I promise you one thing, Roughneck. Beating the champion and being the champion are two completely different lifestyles. You know that. When you were champion, we were Conway. When I'm champion, we are Macy's. When you were champion, we were Brandy. When I'm champion, we are Cognac. When you were champion, we were a Honda. When I'm champion, we are a Harley Davidson. Ooh, that was personal, wasn't it? Look around at the old top crop of guys and see what they've become, because nobody can handle the day-to-day pressures of putting the burden of the brand on their back quite like A-List Alverson. Storyteller lost his marbles. Now he can't tell whether he's a pirate or a pimp. Rig and heathen turned against each other, then back toward each other, and ended up worse off than where they started from. Hollywood Haywood, he lost his 2-minute title and then raptured himself. That sounds really bad. Now, when you break it all down, smooth it out, and shine it up, there's two kinds of champions in this world. There's the kinds that are held up, and there's the kind that can't be held back. I'm the kind of guy that's got a track record of elevating the world around me up to my level. And just in some case, if you win this title tonight, Roughneck, you think everybody out there is going to have your back, congratulate you, say, yes, sir, he's the one. I attest that they will not. They're going to know there's a champion out there that I can beat now. He only had the belt for 28 days. I can win. It can be my turn. My apologies, but the cutthroat sons of bitches that surround us here don't know any better. They can't help themselves, but you can. Roughneck, respectfully, you're going to lose tonight, and it's what's best for business. That was a hell of a rib, TDC. Congratulations and bravo! You pulled one over on the A-lister, you conceited son of a bitch! Let me tell y'all what happened. TDC calls up A-List Alverson and says, List, we're gonna have a big inter-promotional shindig. We're gonna have people from all over the world coming together, fighting for brand supremacy, and I want you on my team. And I said, sure thing, boss man, I'm always there for you. And what does he do? He puts me in the 5 seed just so he can shove it in my face that I was chosen last. Wow! 7 months I stood on top of your brand, and he's had it in for me ever since I've had success without him. That's why you have such a horseshit reputation in our otherwise positive and uplifting community. Nevertheless, here we are. Who else is in the last pick loser club that I get to mess around with? Look over. Oh ho! We've got Dr. Quack. Well, it's poor manners to talk about the guy that you work for badly, but this guy has spent so much money on sponsorship dollars to make me look like $1 million that I'm gonna have to uphold that image at his expense. You know, Dr. Quack, you had enough people willing to go to bat for you that gave you the blessing that you could have had your own team here in this, but your mark ass coddles to the crybabies instead of promoting the promo stars, and then when it's all said and done, you go, I still want to be involved, can I be on somebody's team? And look at that, there happened to be room at the ass end of the list for you to get right in there on the back end, and I'm sure 3 weeks ago you were excited and you've forgotten about it ever since. That's one done. Who else is on the loser brigade? Well, the master of illusion. If this guy ain't the absolute embodiment of insecurity. Smoke and mirrors and grandiose because he hates his own voice as much as the rest of us do. Hey, you know what? If I try to rub one out of this lamp, you think a sexy genie will come out? Nope. You know what it is? It's only Hot Hand Luke, the master of Bashan, who's here to satisfy himself. I've used that one before, but it is too good to let die. Now, as simple as it may be for Mr. Lister, as the children affectionately refer to me, to dispose of the master of Bashan who's here to satisfy himself, I'm not a fan of your act, I'm not a fan of your style, and I can only impart so much wisdom to you when it's a struggle to get past step one of you taking off those stupid, ridiculous, white-trimmed flame catchers if you want to be intimidating to somebody. Man, Master of Illusion, Dr. Quack, two men that wear pubes on their chin and try to get people to think that they're gonna win a fight. I'm tired of it, I've had enough, and I'm gonna go back to where from I came, rest on the laurels of being naturally better than 78% of the known world, and enhancedly better than the other 20. Gentlemen, I've assembled us all to come together here so that we may have the first official meeting of the Iron Elite, and I preside as your formative leader, the chaos-born Iron Storm, a man whose very mention of a name shakes the legends of the gods, Iron Bison. So let's begin with roll call, shall we? Shady Sean Mackenzie. Alright, fuck it, he's here. I don't need to see his whole intro. Alright. The Devil's Executioner. I believe he's running late. He told me that he had to help old women with crossword puzzles. DJB. DJB. Where the fuck is DJB? What? Daniel! Where the hell are you? We're supposed to have the meeting of the Iron Elite.
Oh, sorry, bruv, I'm live after dark.
Bloody hell. Robbie Cutthroat.
Oh, Bison, I'm here and I'm hard. Just give me a butt to separate.
Alright, Fallen Nomad. Here. I'm here. King Garcia. The fuck you looking at? I've been paid for these. Alright, calm down everybody, listen. If we are going to take over Elite Marks, we need to work together. Now there's a lot of jobbers here, but they have some talent. Let's get together. Hey Bison. What? I have to go to the bathroom. The bathroom? Now?
Right now, you have to go to the bathroom. If you are going to be Iron Elite, you need to suppress the pressures of the inside of your bladder wall. You need to push and sacrifice and feel the burn deep inside you. Allow it to power you through as we become immortal in the eyes of all.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah, but I won't.
Ah! Yo, you gross bastard, man! Oh, Robbie, what the fuck did you eat?
Couple of lobster tails, couple of clams, and a lot of ass!
I invite y'all to get on my level. Revolutionaries, go ahead and sing along with who it is. A-List Alverson, one of the most renowned personalities in the history of this brand. I've brightened up the marquee. I've carried the flag and waved the torch. I've been to the highest of heights in Revolution, and now I agreed to show up at Fight Night to take on whatever name comes up on the other side of the wheel, even if it should be the OG Bossellini, a man that I'm very familiar with, a man that I've got a lot of respect for, but a man who I don't feel is the same towards me. Let's go all the way back to when I started associating with Bossellini. How did that come to be? Bossellini came to A-List Alverson, the top guy in the Federation, the champion, like he was the one in charge, saying, hey man, me and Bad Superman can't make our booking this upcoming week. Maybe you can step in for me, huh? Like he's doing me some kind of favor by giving me his tag team title shot. But you know what I did? I said, sure thing, OG, I got your back. And at that point, we started hanging together. We were going into the clubs, we were touring the back roads, having the time of our lives. And it's one thing for A-List Alverson saying, hey, I'm the top guy, I got the drinks tonight. But when Bossellini starts feeding all the girls with the tab and says, don't worry, the champ's picking it up tonight, well, that's just some kind of damn disrespectful, ain't it, Bossellini? And let's go even further than that. When I lost the Revolution title and almost my damn mind, where were you on the phone to get me back down to earth? Where were you, Bossellini? You were pulling out your golden ticket, ready to cash it in. And as I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown, waiting to lose it all, you're looking to cash in on what I just left behind. If it wasn't for a well-timed call from TDC to come and run the show, I might have never gotten my marbles back, and who knows what kind of world we'd be living in right now. But Bossellini, I'm willing to look past and forgive all that. Just that right now, here tonight, I'm gonna have to slap you silly one time. And after we get through that understanding, we can hug it out, we can raise our hands together, and we can go back to living that high life that we are used to. But man, you have done me wrong. And it's time for you to be a man, stand up, and take your whooping, because you deserve it. No disrespect, OG. I'm the A-lister. Bend down, pucker up. Here goes. everybody wants to be somebody, right? I mean to say, no child wakes up in the morning and says to themselves, I hope to someday lead a mundane and monotonous life, doing mindless, repetitive motions for marginally survivable wages. That's not in the plan. But for common folk, somewhere along the line, they get convinced that the comfort of that kind of situation is worth having. And for the majority of them, that's it. The dream ends there. But then for a select few, they're overcome by illusions of grandeur through some kind of means, convincing themselves that they are, in fact, extraordinary when they aren't. Or worse yet, they live by that fallacy of a credo that if I do the work, I will get the reward. And they depart upon their lives doing things that they were not built to do, and it's a disaster. Sandra Cool, you are the rare exception, though. You are the statistical anomaly, because I am going to help make you somebody. You're going to have a name that people say. You're going to be something that everybody remembers. Let me illustrate it for you. There used to be a professional wrestler by the name of Tim Arson. You probably aren't familiar with that name. Tim Arson had a strong build. He had a good look. He was 5'9", but nobody's perfect, right? But Tim Arson lived his best life thinking that he could be somebody. Getting booked a couple times a month, making his shots. But that green wasn't coming his way the way he envisioned. And then when WWE relaunched ECW on the Sci-Fi Network, they needed somebody to come in dressed like a zombie and get wackadoodled by the Sandman. And Tim Arson stepped up to the plate, put on the flannels, cut the most famous promo of his life, and from that day forward, he was somebody. It's gonna happen to you, Sander. We're almost there. We're coming up on that time, Sander, I'm going to do something a little out of sorts. I'm going to confess. Make a little confession here. I've been fortunate. I understand that I've got a lot of God-given natural talents and abilities. Things that I can do that other people can't just because I'm me and they're them. But that ain't the whole game, is it? And then there's all the effort and training and focus that I've had to hone skills. But still, that ain't the whole game, is it? There's a thing in this life called luck. And if all the circumstances line up at the perfect time, in the perfect way, a poor man can buy a ticket, win the lottery, and in one jump, go from the 99% to the 1. That's out there. That can happen. I realize that. But like I said, Sander, I'm fortunate. You understand? I've got the God-given talent. I've got the refined skills. And when I came into this tournament, I got paired up with you. One thing I didn't tell you is that if you give a poor man a bunch of money, he's going to spend it all until he's broke. You take a rich man's money away from him, he's going to find a way to give it back.
give a rich man a lot of money, he's going to find a way to keep it. I'm fortunate, Sander. There's art to this, there's craft, and there's a roll of the dice. And boy, howdy, did A-List Alverson get a good one. You got a good one. That's what you did. Yeah. Sander, it's been cool. But I'm about to teach you the lesson that when a person with money meets a person with experience, the one with the experience gets the money, and the one with the money gets the experience. Let's go.
If you see a nerdy guy and he's crying about losing 15 matches, it's the Chop Deck! Chop Deck, yeah! I'm headed down to Foundation Soulmates. Gonna steal the show right away. Gonna blow the judges all away. I got on the card, and it's in a good spot. I'll be tearing apart the Chop Deck. You'll listen to this twice, you think it's so funny. Come on, sing along, cause my song is money. The Chop Deck is a promo artist who can't get his shit together. Chop Deck, yeah, Chop Deck, yeah, he sucks. Chop Deck, yeah, Chop Deck. Pump Deck, yeah, you suck, Deck. Chop Deck, you're a pump Deck. Chop Deck, tough luck Deck. Deck says he's so cool and a top guy. He's the prodigy Deck. He gets pushed hard at the top of the card, but he can't win big with charisma the twig. Put him up to landfill. Give him House of Thunder. Put him in a faction. Put him up the ladder. The Chop Deck is the promo artist who can't get his shit together. Oh, cry baby. Pump Deck sucks. Pump Deck, that's where it's at. Chop Deck, he's really whack. Bitching and complaining, blaming all the judges, saying he can't win because they don't understand him. And then Deck shimmies. And then Deck shimmies. And then Deck shimmies and thinks nobody's watching him down, getting down, getting down, getting down. Everybody's moving, everybody's grooving, baby. Swinging his hips and doesn't even notice. Everybody's moving, everybody's grooving, baby. Funky little Deck. Funky little Deck. A-List Alverson, ladies and gentlemen. I sing the high notes. Deck called me out cause he thinks I would fail, and now I'm whooping his tail. You're hearing this twice cause you think it's so funny. Come on, sing along now, you know my song's money. Chop Deck is a promo artist who can't get his shit together. Chop Deck, yeah, Chop Deck, yeah, he sucks. Chop Deck, you're a Chop Deck. Pump Deck, yeah, you suck, Deck. Chop Deck, take a pump Deck. Chop Deck, tough luck Deck. Hang, hang, hang. Kick a little harder, Dacky. Hang, hang, hang on to young buck.
I don't care about you.
Hang, hang, hang on to high demand.
A little bit harder, Deck.
Hang, hang, hang on to Haywood's ass.
I'm not gonna put you over.
Hang, hang, hang on to relevant. Hang, hang, hang on to gimmick matches. Hang, hang.
Pitch some more, Decky.
Hang, hang.
What's the score?
Hang, hang.
Who'd you beat, Decky?
Hang, hang.
Hey, guess what happened the first time?
Big Sweet stuffed him. Chalk duck, you're a chalk duck.